My branch officials from Nyamira and Kisumu County and all my colleagues who are here today from Kisumu and from Nyamira County. I want to say that the strike, the national strike that is ongoing by all nurses across the country is in situ, and it has been very successful, and it will continue until all the issues raised in that industrial action are addressed. There is no way as a general secretary I'm going to allow nurses to go back to an environment which is hazardous to them, which poses a lot of risk to their lives. We cannot continue to work when we do not have personal protective equipment, when we infect ourselves, we infect our colleagues, we infect our relatives, and we infect even the members of the public, because we use public means to go home. We cannot continue to work when we cannot afford the services we are giving to Kenyans. We don't have medical cover, leave alone comprehensive medical cover. We don't have the basic NHIF medical cover that everybody is deducted in this country, because the county governments deduct this money and they don't remit. When it comes to comprehensive medical cover, medical allowance was removed from the payroll of all civil servants in this country, and it was put in that comprehensive medical cover to be managed by NHIF. Medical allowance has gone, and yet health workers cannot access medical services. When they are sick, we have to make contribution to clear medical bills. When they die, we have to ensure that we raise some money to at least take care of the family that is left behind. And that's why we are saying national government and the county government must provide group life insurance. Without group life insurance, there will be no going back to work. We are saying the issue of risk allowance for nurses. There is no way we can continue earning 3,850 shillings while we are the first frontline health workers. Today we have lost 29 nurses. We have lost 14 doctors, 2 clinical officers, and other health workers, few of them. So when you look at the number of nurses who have died, we are actually looking at a total around more than half of those who have died are nurses. Out of 2,700 infections, nurses report 1,700 who are currently infected. So we are saying that the level of compensation for risk must be commensurate with the level of compensation. Nurses spend a lot of time with the patients than any other health worker in this country. Nurses carry many procedures on the patients than any other health worker. So it defeats the purpose for the nurses to be paid peanuts, while those who are on a back line, you know, we have the first front line, second front line, those who are on the third front line are actually getting 20,000, while us that are on the first front line are being given 3,850. This money is supposed to help us supplement, especially during this time of COVID-19, to buy supplements to boost our immunity. These supplements, one course alone for one supplement costs of about 5,000. If you must have a full course of supplements, it costs up to 25,000 shillings a month. So when you talk about 3,850, while you subject it to 30% tax, you are left with nothing. So we are telling the government the issues affecting health workers can only be resolved once and for all through the establishment of a constitutional body known as the Health Service Commission. And that's why we are saying in this BBI thing, if this BBI thing is not going to consider the interest of the people of Kenya, if it is not going to have the Health Service Commission as was proposed by Kenyans in BBI 1 and BBI 2, and it was removed in BBI 3 by some crooks, some few governors corrupted some fellows in the secretariat, and they removed the Health Service Commission at the last minute. We want to tell them that this BBI must address issues affecting Kenyans and not creating positions for politicians. We want to ensure that if the president is serious, that he wants to make sure his Big Four agenda is successful, he must address the issue of health sector. Yeah. And the only way to address the issue of health sector is the creation of the Health Service Commission as a constitutional body. Yeah. Without that, this BBI thing will remain something to dish out political position for political leaders. And if they don't do that, we will urge Kenyans to flatly reject that useless thing. Kama hiyo kitu haiwezi kuwekwa na matakwa ya wananchi wa Kenya. Sasa hizi hospitali zimefungwa. Hakuna mambo ya health kwa BBI. Hakuna madawa kwa hospitali. BBI is not saying anything. Alafu wanatuambia BBI. Hii BBI kama kazi yake ni kuleta vyeo kwa wanasiasa. sisi tutaikataa. Nitaambia mama zetu, nitaambia shosho zetu, nitaambia girlfriend zetu, nitaambia concubine zetu mpaka tuliangushe.